7点到9点要喝的这个东西，它是一个由来的，背后的有这样的含义在。那错过那个时辰的话，就可能会比较有酒疯啊，就是比较不好。
那我大概懂了总裁的意思，他是说要啉哦，7点就开始啉啦，7点以后喝到9点，喝完不会有事；7点以后、9点以后喝可能就会醉。他对中国汉字非常非常的有研究哎。待会是的，那待会我们就不要再太多这个酒的问题了啊。那我们接下来讲一讲这个我们we are now into the Q&A section, so we would like to all the press and the media from Taiwan with lots of questions. And okay, first of all, the first question is about the strategy business, 也就是商业策略面。那么我们第一位要请到来发问的是ET Today 的洪胜一先生，Mr. Hong from ET Today.
Hi, I'm Mr. Hong from ET Today. 我有一个问题我想请教一下，因为昨天我们有说好用中文吧？我有个问题我想请教一下，就是刚刚有提到我们非常重视台湾的市场，而台湾的 Note 系列呢，又是就是台湾应该说 Note 系列在台湾又是非常深受欢迎那我们想请教一下，今年的 Note 8一样，台湾会被列为首波的上市国家吗？那如果会的话，大概是什么时候？那还有一个小问题就是，你怎么看待就是未来5年的行动产业的发展？那在这个发展过程当中，三星电子又扮演什么样的角色？谢谢。
This question would like to have Ms. Gao and Mr. Gao and Ms. Lee answer at the same time, please. So, Mr. Gao first.
대만에서 상당히 이제 가장 환영을 받는 모델인데, 노트 5, 노트 시리즈가 근데 이번에 이제 출시를 할 건데 언제쯤이면 출시가 될 거로 생각을 하시는지 계획을 하고 계시는지, 그다음에 이제 향후 5년에 모바일 산업에 대한 인더스트리에 대한 트렌드에 대해서 어떻게 생각을 하고 계시는지. 最后是什么？最后
怎么看未
最后的问题
未来5年的行动市场？
거기에서 우리 삼성은 어떤 역할을 할 건지. 讲英文可以吗？讲英文吧。然后呢，有人就是要翻译嘛。
对。
韩文、英文都可以。
저기 안에서 아마 통역을 할 수.
한국英文都可以。
Korean, English both okay.
한국어, 영어 다 되시니까 얘기를 하시고.
영어. Speak by English is no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. As I mentioned in the my opening speech, I very much appreciate the support from Taiwanese customers about the Note. As I mentioned, Note was the well accepted when we launched the 2011 globally, particularly in Taiwanese customers accepted very well. And that's the reason we could manage keep continuing Note series, and Note 8 will come out soon. Even last year we had a very difficult with the Note 7. Note 8 regarding launching time, we may announce shortly, and then maybe last week of August we will announce. And then specifically, it's nearly time to decide what will be the first launching countries and what is the second launching countries by their sequence of launch. That will be around September and early October. That's the number one question. And 5 years from now, the mobile industry, I would say as like this, if we look back, the computer industry, we can imagine how mobile phone industry will be changing. Because mobile phone, the application processor and all related functions such as like GPS, Wi-Fi, email, all those kind of functions already mature enough. That's the reason mobile phone the companies are trying to enhance and also utilize the usage of the mobile phone. For like Samsung, we introduced 2 years ago phone plus strategy. Because phone is not just a phone. With smartphone, we utilize that with Samsung Gear VR, and we also connected 360 cameras. And also increase their productivity. With the Galaxy A, we introduced the Samsung DeX. Because with Galaxy A, Samsung DeX, you can use the smartphone as like a notebook computer. Because that kind of the performance and features of today's smartphone allow us make the utilize all electric device. In 2017, the Samsung Electronics is a very, very meaningful year because with the Samsung Connect, at the center and hub of a mobile phone, all Samsung Electronics devices will be connected. Because Samsung Electronics, we produce not only a mobile phone and also TV, refrigerator, washing machines, all consumer electronics devices. 2017 is the first year all Samsung device is connected by cloud. And because of the 5G era, it's the right time to implement all the IoT device. Maybe we may start it's a narrowband IoT, such as like with a small device, put the, on the back of the children or the pets. You can find out where your children goes. Because 5G time, 5G technology will provide very minimum, negligible time latencies in terms of automotive, everything. So from 5 years from now, smartphone is not just a smartphone. Smartphone is technology connecting all the devices and opening new era. But Samsung's main focus, how can we provide meaningful innovation to our customers, to work with our partners, such as like operators. So from 5 years, I'm very much thrilled. What kind of technology, with technology, how can I provide the meaningful innovation to our customers? How can I make our customers' lifestyle more fruitful? I'm also very much thrilled. This is what I can say the 5 years from now in mobile industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gao. And Ms. Yong-hee, please.
Well, since DJ mentioned about when to launch new Note, let me say about Note users, consumers. We have very strong Note loyal users all over the world. I mean, at the forefront of these loyal users, there are Taiwanese lovers. So once again, we really appreciate for those loyalty and love you just gave to our Note users. About 5 years from now, I think DJ mentioned everything very in detail. Let me add from the brand perspective. Samsung at the moment is a high-tech brand, but as a brand, I'm dreaming to be a true lifestyle brand. I think, when smartphone is at the center of everything in your lifestyle, I think it will become your really familiar, intimate brand of your life. So we want to be the most loved brand at your lifestyle. So again, Samsung will be live together, bring together, and grow together. Since we have philosophy to make it possible, impossible possible through our innovation. So again, we want to live and breathe together. That's 5 years from now in brand perspective. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Yong-hee. OK， 接下来的问题，我们想哪一位？哦，接下来的问题是由 Apple Daily 的陈丽问陈小姐 ，from the Apple Daily 的 Miss Lee。
那刚刚有提到有关5G 时代来临，可不可以再详细的说明？5G 的因为5G 时代在消费性电子终端，手机上是不是有更新的变革？那三星会不会有一些新的策略应用？
Regarding 5G era, we need to think of 3 things. Number 1 is the infrastructure, because infrastructures such as like the equipment. Number 2 is like the device, the 5G device. A 5G device, if you look at the smartphone, I would say such as like today's smartphone form factor, maybe available late 2019 or 2020 something. Because of 5G, you need lots of the technologies, such as like RF antenna, application processor, modem, and also the battery-related technologies. All those kind of stuff is very much challenging. But Samsung Electronics, we are working on it. But the more important thing is that what is the benefit when we introduce 5G technology to the consumers, such as like the IoTs, automotive. Because as I mentioned, 5G time latency is very much minimal, much better than LTE. That means when we apply our technology, 5G technology to the automotive, time latency is very much important for the customers, their safety. So, infrastructure, device, and what kind of services. This is the 3 areas the mobile industry, such as like me, we need to prepare. All this kind of preparation is underworking properly. Even 2018 February something, because there is a Pyeongchang Olympic at Korea. So we will show our 5G technology with our Korean operator partner. So we will introduce how 5G technology are working. And in terms of the commercial, I would say 2019 or 2020 something, globally, 5G technologies will be available. So we are heavily put our resources on it. We are working on that.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. Okay, next question， 下一个问题，Digitimes 的君毅哥 ，the next question is from the Digitimes Mr. Wang。
OK， 谢谢。刚刚有提到在5G 的三星的布局跟规划，可是，在我们看来，除了三星之外，其实很多其他厂商也在做同样的事情。那能不能请高总来跟我们分享一下，三星在比方说在5G 时代的手机结合 AI 人工智慧也好，结合物联网之外，到底跟其他的晶圆厂商有什么样的区异性跟差别跟优势？谢谢。
아까 5G에 대해서 말씀하셨는데 한국과 이제 저희 이제 AI가 IoT 관련된 이런 것들에 있어서 在最后最主要就是在整个平台的生态圈的打造，比方说整个 AI 或物联网，三星到底有跟其他厂商竞争对手有什么样的差别？좀 차이점이 뭐냐?
It is a very difficult question, but I think I need to answer it. We need to separate 5G and AI. AI technology, if 5G era, AI will be developed more and more. That's clear. But today's AI technology is not heavily depends on infrastructure, such as like a 5G. Even today, 4G, the LTE era, or the gigabit technologies, AI is already meaningful, showing the meaningful progress. Then, how Samsung Electronics AI is different compared to the other Microsoft or Amazon or then any other companies. Number one is that our AI focus is deliver better user experience. Let us think about today's smartphone. You must touch everything. You must code application. You must find out another command, and then you implement it. But AI, think about it. When you take a photo, you can just say by the voice command, hey, take a photo. Then the smartphone can automatically take a photo. Please send this photo to my wife, or to my children, my friends. Oh, please send this photo with this kind of message to Facebook. When you go to the restaurant, today smartphone, you must find the best or recommended the restaurant around this area. Then and also you must call a taxi, such as like Uber in US. You need a lot of steps. But when AI technology is enabled, please find the best restaurant and make a reservation and call a taxi at that time to my hotel. You don't need move the step, you don't need to touch all the applications. This is the mission and vision of Samsung's AI. That means how Samsung want to deliver in even AI area meaningful innovation where can deliver user benefit, because the other companies' AI's focus is slightly different. But anyway, other companies who is leading today's the AI, such as like Google, Amazon, or Microsoft, they can be our partner. They are already working with us. So Samsung AI main focus is how to change user interface by voice command and make all interface simply, easily, intuitively. But the other AI has a more focus on Q&A and answers, all those kind of things. We also embrace all those kind of technologies. But I would say today's our Samsung Electronics AI is very much primitive. It's like a first step, such as like a baby. We need time. But our focus, Samsung Electronics AI, I would like to say, how can we deliver meaningful progress, meaningful innovation? How can I make Galaxy customer easy to use with our device? How can I deliver, how can I change or benefit to our customer in their lifestyle? This is Samsung Electronics' main focus on AI, and also as I mentioned, Samsung Electronics also has the consumer electronics, TVs and everything. We will connect everything by AI technology. But it will take time. But please see how Samsung Electronics is working. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. 也谢谢君毅的问题。OK，下一个问题 ，Next questions from the Liberty Times。易宏要帮我们问一个问题吗？Miss Wang。
你好，我想请问一下，三星过去几年在手机市场表现非常不错，那是市场的领导者。那可是目前来看的话，中国的品牌也陆续的上来。那不晓得说总裁对崛起的中国品牌怎么看？可以分享你的想法跟看法，谢谢。
Okay, this question would like to have Mr. Cole and Ms. Yong-hee Lee answer as well. Thank you.
Well, I think the Chinese brand is working very well, particularly in China and many countries. Also, Samsung is looking at it and also monitoring their progress and their innovations. And if necessarily, we must learn from them as well. But our main focus is that rather than looking after or following our competitors' progress or innovation, rather than that, we are working on based upon our roadmap, a very long-term roadmap. We are working on it because smartphone technology, today's smartphone technology, cannot be developed overnight. Such as like a Galaxy S8, S8 Plus. The software I started before I launched Galaxy S5. All the aggregation of clean-up softwares, existing Android software, that was the result of today Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus. Iris recognition, it took more than 4 years. And the Samsung DeX, it took 3 years. We have our long-term roadmap. I already have such as up to 2020. I have hardware, component, softwares, services. We already have all those kind of roadmap. So my main focus is based upon the roadmap, how can I deliver meaningful progress, meaningful innovation? How can I deliver real meaningful benefit to our end customer regarding our new features and new services? That is my main focus. But as I mentioned, if my competitors are working very well, I'm trying to learn from them.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Cole. And Ms. Yong-hee Lee?
Well, I think they are fastly emerging. I think Samsung has, though, long history of this technology. We are the first, creator of watch phone, TV phone, with really technology breakthrough. And even note, we are the first phablet creator with the largest screen display. So again, as DJ was mentioning, it's not just 1 or 2 months or 1 or 2 years of effort. We have this legacy and history of being first with all this latest technology. So we have very strong brand power. That is what we can be very proud of ourselves. Again, we recognize their very fast emergence to the market. However, we have, differentiation from them. That is, as mentioned before, we have our own ecosystem. Smartphone at the center of everything. We have VL 360 and DeX and Samsung Pay and Bixby. And all this ecosystem will elevate your experience into another level. So we call this is not just hardware device, total experience. So we believe in what we do, and then we can differentiate from them. So I think with such a strong Samsung brand power, Samsung Galaxy brand power, I think we can progress even further. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Yong Hee. 同时，我们也谢谢易宏的问题。The next question is from ET Today. 东森，对不起，来自东森电视台的张嘉轩Miss Chang。
想问一下那个身为三星电子的通讯事业的总裁，您的经营目标还有你的领导哲学是什么？
Yes, over there. 可以麻烦您再重复一下吗？有了。
리더의 철학이 무엇이죠?
First of all, as a president of Samsung Mobile, I must operate my business properly. Properly means that increase the revenue, make a profit. But I have the three strong principles, my management principle. Number one is that I want to make the Samsung Galaxy brand and product beloved by our customers. That's number one. Number two, I want to make Samsung Mobile organization mutually be respected by our partners. I don't like the song "Winner Takes All." I don't like it because industry, if winner takes all, I don't think it's fair. I want to make whoever working with Samsung, I want to make a win-win game because such as like the Galaxy S, flagship model, in hardware-wise, we need 400 partners. They should provide the component for us. And software-wise, and service-wise, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, 100,000 companies are working with Samsung. If they lose their business when they work with Samsung, I'm not happy with it. That's the reason I'm pursuing win-win game always with our partners. That's the reason mutually be respected by our partners is my another second strong philosophy. Lastly, but most important thing is that I want to make my organization be trusted by Samsung employees. Actually, the Samsung employees trust confidence as a member of Samsung is the most important thing. Without their support, without their trust to the organization, I cannot build a relationship with my partners. I cannot make my brand, my product beloved by our customers. So number one, if I manage, if I operate properly, then I strongly believe revenue, profit will be followed by. That's what I believe. So I said, as a leader of mobile division, I must increase my business, I must increase their revenue, I must make their money, the profit, but if I pursue revenue and profit, I may lose my focus. So my main focus is brand and product beloved by customers and the mutual respect by our partners and the trust and confidence from our Samsung employees. That is my main focus. Then naturally in the end, revenue and profit will be followed by. That's what I believe.
Thank you, Ms. Cole. 也谢谢嘉轩的问题。接下来的问题是由Commercial Times 的吴晓文帮我们提出来的。Next question is from Commercial Times, Miss Wu, please.
你好，我想请问一下，就是S7跟 S8都是很不错的产品，那我想要请总裁可不可以稍微提供一下关于这两个产品在销售表现上的各自的状况，到上市到目前为止的比较。
S7 and S8。
X7하고 S8 지금까지 이제 판매 상황을 잠깐 좀 간단하게
Globally, SA so far, if their launching date was 1 month later than S7, if we compare the apple to apple, sales globally around 15% we sold out more. So compared to the last year, the S8 and S8 Plus sales is very much competitive, and I would believe this kind of the sales will be lasting even third quarter and fourth quarter as well. And also, as I mentioned, the September time frame when we launched the Note 8, I strongly believe that I can make more healthy our mobile business.
Thank you, Ms. Cole. 下一个问题是来自于经济日报的何佩如，那么提出的问题 ，The next question is from the Economic Daily News. 好
我想请问一下，这次总裁来的时间非常紧凑，那您有没有安排跟台湾的哪些厂商有一些会面或者会洽谈什么样子的合作？
每个厂商
有没有？
In Taiwan, this is my first visit to Taiwan, but I was already thinking to visit. But you know, my not real family, but my younger brother, like my family, wife is Taiwanese. I cannot mention specifically about the meeting, but my main focus is also the meeting with operators. Because in Taiwan, operators are my partners, and also there are many companies who are working with us regarding component and new technologies. But this time, my main focus is the operators. Maybe next time, if I can make more time, I'll visit again. And particularly when the Mr. Lee's performance is getting better, I'll visit here again.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Cole. 我想时间也有个关系哈，那到这里我们要把问题的暂停。